Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Juwita Krisnawati. I'm from English Department Student Association 2017. Today is my seminar proposal and the title is The Rhetorical Structure of Problem Statement Section of English Education Study Program Undergraduate Thesis. I decided my presentation with three sections. The first is Chapter 1, Introduction, Chapter 2, Literature Review, Chapter 3, Methodology. Next, Background of Study. First, Introduction. Introduction is a form of a statement from the case being investigated, which provides information to the reader to understand the purpose of the specification in a large theoretical framework. The meaning is, in this section might also include background information on the problem, such as a summary of any research that has been carried out and how an experiment would help to clarify or broaden knowledge in a general area. The introduction serves to motivate readers to read the entire thesis. Therefore, the section should be written as interesting as possible. The next is research problem. Based on the description of the background above, the researchers want to know how do students write the rhetorical structure of the problem formulation in the thesis of the English Study Program Bengkulu University academic year 2019 until 2020. The next is the research question have 2 points. The first is what move was found in the problem statement section of the undergraduate thesis introduction of the English language study program of Bengkulu University, and what are the rhetorical structure of the problem statement section of the undergraduate thesis introduction of the English language study program of Bengkulu University. And the next is research objective. First, to find out what move was found in the problem statement section of the undergraduate thesis introduction of the English language study program of Bengkulu University. Next, to find out what are the rhetorical structure of the problem statement section of the undergraduate thesis introduction of the English language study program of Bengkulu University. The next is significance of the research. In the significance of the research, we have four points. The first, for student, for lecturer, for the next researcher, and Bengkulu University. For student, the findings can be useful for students to know what to write about the problem statement in the background of their thesis. For the lecturer, this research is expected to provide information for a lecturer about a student need. For the researcher, the result of this study will hopefully for the next research. For the Bengkulu University, the result of this study are expected to provide useful information Bengkulu University, especially to Faculty of Teacher Training and Education as the educational institution which will get feedback to improve its quality in education. The next, limitation of the problem. The scope of this research is limited to identifying the rhetorical structure of the background problem statement on the background of the Chapter 1 undergraduate thesis written by students of the English study program for 2019 until 2020. The next is definition of terms. First, the rhetorical structure to address and define their goals, modern capacities, a problem, and assessment standard in a written introduction to fit the guide by Swalls. And the second is undergraduate thesis. Undergraduate thesis is one of the requirements to be fulfilled to gain the bachelor degree of S1 in English Education Study Program. The research will choose a problem statement. Literature review. The first, thesis background. Thesis background is a complex writing skill where the writers need to ascertain whether the topic, structure, and content of the material are appropriate or not by SEO 2010. From this thesis statement, the writer or the researcher will be able to develop a paper into several pages in a clear and coherent manner. The clarity and cohesiveness of text is highly dependent on the way the author organized and expressed his thought as suggested by Karen. That in his researcher, the writer must be able to think especially about how to organize and express his thought, feeling, and ideas in a way that match the reader and vision expectation. And the next is about a rhetorical structure. A rhetorical structure is a way to frame or to organize the writing to communicate ideas, or which function is to shape the ideas of progression by Holt. In the problem statement, the statement of the problem in research is disclose interest toward research done from either a point of view academic or a non-academic. The next is the researcher chose a model problem statement in the thesis introduction by Theory Obeso 2019. And by Obeso 2019, an important aspect to mention in the analysis of rhetorical movements in the problem statement section is that cognitive structure represents four main themes. Model that is more suitable for use in the research problem statement have a four move. In the move one is generalizing a research topic. Move 2, showing specific finding. Move 3, interpreting the cause of the problem. Move 4 is posing a question. The next is a move 1. The meaning is this move can describe the current situation, the capabilities and characteristics of the sector of study and why its miles are important. Move 2. This move makes clear and convincing argument that your research is important and has a value. In the move 3, this move is to announce how the to observe will contribute new understanding or new information evaluation to previous studies on the topic. In the move 4, there are rhetorical strategies for asking questions in rhetorical movement. Next is preview study. This the name and the title. Obeso 2009. The title is Rhetorical Structure in Problem Statement Section of Foreign Language Undergraduate Student Monographs. The second, Jaliliver 2011. The title is Analyze the Employee of the Problem Statement Section of 100 grad student proposal and thesis. The third is Namchi Salem 2016. The title is Rhetorical Move in Problem Statement Section of Iranian EFL Postgraduate Student Thesis. The next is Chapter 3 Methodology. The researcher chose the research design is mixed method. This research used checklist and percentage technique. Quantitative data are given to show the proportion indicating their occurrence, while qualitative data are given to describe, explain, and illustrate the findings in detail. And object of study of this research is a thesis made by students of the Bengkulu University English Education Study Program, which was made in 2019 until 2020, and selection criteria are 20 theses to be taken from data the archive of the English Education Study Program or a library in Universitas Bengkulu. Instrument. In this research, instrument was text analyzing using a checklist and presentation frequency. In this column or table, we can see have a 4 point. The first is a move, name the move. The second is description of about the move. Next is a problem statement. The next is a checklist. Okay, next is technique of a data collection. The first, the researcher collect the thesis from the data in a library or archive from English department. The second is read the problem formulation. The third, identify the step. 4. Analyze the problem formulation. 5. Analyze general patterns of rhetorical structure. 6. Displaying the data into a table along with example. 7. Researcher and co-researcher are compared to determine the consistency of result using the Cohen-Kappa test. And the next is, this is a formula to collect data analysis from a Sugiono percentage, the total frequency of subcategory per the total number of patterns, and the data analysis procedure. The first is planning the research. Second, identifying each sentence in the paragraph. The third, look for the rhetorical structure of the problem statement. The fourth, adapting the instrument. 5. Analyzing the data. 6. Discussing the findings. 7. Making conclusion and suggestion. Okay, this is a formula to validation technique. You can see value of K, a strength of agreement. Value of K less a 0.20 is a poor. 0.21 until 0.40 is fair. 0.41 until 0.60 moderate. 0.61 until 0.80 good. 0.81 until 100 is a very good. I think that's all for today. Thanks for your attention. I'm sorry if I have a mistake. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.